Hey, welcome to our special Passion Week services. I'm Pastor Richard, and I'm glad you've joined us, and I hope you'll invite others to join us as well. Easter services are really going to be different this year. While church buildings are going to be empty, our hearts will not be, because Jesus, He is alive, and that, my friend, is worth celebrating. Our theme this year is the power of the empty tomb. In John chapter 20, when Mary Magdalene and the disciples and later Thomas discovered the tomb is empty, it caused quite a stir. It stirred up grief, fear, worry, hurt, confusion, and doubt in their hearts. And even though Jesus had prepared them in advance for what was going to happen, the empty tomb challenged their faith. But when they discovered why that tomb was empty, that Jesus is alive, that changed everything. This virus pandemic has also caused quite a stir. Are you grieving loss? Are you fearful about the future, worried, hurt, confused, and doubting? Like the disciples, we need the message of Easter like never before. The tomb is empty, Jesus is alive, and because He lives, I can face tomorrow. I do know who holds the future. Our musicians and actors are not professionals, and we're not trying to put on a performance. They're members of our church that love the Lord, and they want to lead us in worship and to remember how the empty tomb, that Jesus is alive, changes everything.
My name is Mary of Magdalene. I was born in Magdala, a town on the Sea of Galilee. My life hasn't been easy. At one time, my body was possessed by 7 demons. I had seizures, and some days I didn't know what I was doing or saying. My life became difficult, without hope. One day, a friend told my family about a new rabbi, an amazing teacher, a worker of miracles. His name was Jesus of Nazareth. We went to see this man. Jesus spoke, and I was healed. You cannot imagine how my life changed, and I knew I would never be the same again. I vowed I would not leave Jesus' side. I became one of His disciples and supported His ministry. My life had purpose. Those were some of the best days of my life. But then, Friday happened. It was the darkest day of my life. This good man, this dear friend, this amazing teacher, my healer and travel companion, he was sentenced to death on a cross. It was cruel and senseless. We were powerless to stop it. Afterwards, Joseph and Nicodemus took his body from the cross to a new tomb. We watched where they laid him. A giant stone was rolled in front of the tomb, and Roman guards were ordered to keep watch. I was devastated and brokenhearted. I kept busy by preparing spices and ointments for his body. Early in the morning, while it was still dark, I headed for the tomb. My grief was so great that tears blinded my eyes as I stumbled along the road to the tomb where Jesus' body had been laid. Can you imagine my horror and disbelief when I saw that the stone had been rolled away and there was no body? I hurried. I told Peter and John that the body of the Lord was gone. They ran to the tomb, saw the linen strips and headpiece carefully wrapped up and lying there. They were amazed and confused. Yes, the tomb was empty. What had happened? Soon they returned to tell the others. Now sobs tore from my throat as I looked inside. I saw 2 angels in white garments. They asked me, "Why are you weeping?" I said, "They've taken my Lord away, and I don't know where they've put him." I turned and I saw a man that I assumed was the gardener. He asked, "Why are you crying? "Who are you looking for?" I replied, "If you've carried him away, tell me where he is so I can find him." Then he spoke my name, Mary. The voice, it was so familiar, the tone so loving. I blurted out, "Rabbi, beloved teacher!" I wanted to fling myself into his arms, but he stopped me, saying, "Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. Go tell my brothers and sisters, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Can you imagine my joy? Jesus is alive! My heart was bursting with happiness as I raced back to the house with the good news. I have seen the Lord! What a privileged life I've led. Cured by Jesus of 7 demons, companion in his ministry, present at his death on the cross, and first witness to his resurrection. But this was only the beginning, not the end of the story. For Jesus had told us, "I am the resurrection and life. Even if you die, you will live. And everyone who lives and believes in me will never die." If you believe, you too can live a resurrected life in Jesus Christ, my Lord.
I am guilty, ashamed of what I've done, what I've become. These hands are dirty. I dare not lift them up to the Holy One. You plead my cause, you right my wrongs, you break my chains, you overcome. You gave your life to give me mine. You say that I am free. How can it be? How can it be? I've been hiding, afraid I've let you down. Inside I doubt that you could love me. But in your eyes there's only grace now. You plead my cause, you right my wrongs, you break my chains, you overcome. You gave your life to give me mine. You say that I am free. How can it be? Yeah. How can it be? Yeah. Though I fall, you can make me new. From this depth I will rise with you. All the grace reaching out for me. Yeah. How can it be? How can it be? You plead my cause, you right my wrongs, you break my chains, you